And I'm Philip Inkel. And this is our son, Alexander Inkel. And we live in East Haddam, Connecticut. And we have been charged numerous times by Department of Children and Families in the state of Connecticut, beginning in 1999 and lasting until present. Some of the prosecutions against us have been withdrawn or dismissed unconditionally, but yet we are still being prosecuted by DCF in the juvenile courts. In the juvenile courts, we have the representation that has been given to us has been corrupted, and that is that the attorneys do not present witnesses or evidence on our behalf, and we also believe that the reason that the court-appointed attorneys do this is at the direction of the juvenile court judges, who limit and direct the court-appointed attorneys to not produce evidence that would be in our favor.
At this point, I have to go back to court on June 28, 2006, and I have no representation. The court has denied me representation, and I have to go in alone, without my husband, without any friend or family support.
Tell them about compelling witnesses.
And I've been denied the ability to compel witnesses or subpoena witnesses on my behalf. I've also been ordered by the juvenile court not to speak about my case or about any of the events that happen in court.
We're not allowed to go to the federal authorities. We're not allowed to go to our congressmen. We are also not allowed to share our own medical documents with our care providers, our doctors, our children's doctors. That's how far the gag order goes that we've been issued by the court. So the judge specifically ordered us not to go to federal authorities. We believe the reason why they're doing this is to cover up crimes being committed by state agents, namely DCF, and also court personnel. We have evidence that court personnel and DCF agents have forged judges' signatures, specifically Judge Stuart Schimpflo's, and
in regards to an order of temporary custody, which is used to remove a child from a parent's custody.
We also have forged documents where Judge Shulman's signature again was forged by DCF personnel in the court. We have brought this to the attention of the juvenile court and to law enforcement here in Connecticut, and we feel that there is a huge cover-up by the governing authority of the state of Connecticut.
And we're being punished for speaking out against what has happened to us about the crimes that are being committed against our families. Again, we have been put under a gag order not to speak of it, and also threatened with incarceration and further loss of our children if that were to happen.
While in DCF custody, our children, Alexander being one of them, were abused, sexually abused, and physically abused, emotionally abused. We started to learn about this when we learned of reports that our children were diagnosed on several occasions while in DCF care with inflammations of the penis. And when we asked our child, our oldest one, Alexander, if he was ever touched in a way that was inappropriate, he told us about a story where Annette Anderson, his foster mother, had put her mouth on his pee-pee in his own words, and had did it. And our other child had said that had happened to him also. Is that true, Alex? Did that happen? Yeah. Why don't you tell the camera what happened to you? Okay. Maybe that's better for a doctor to bring it out of him. Yeah. But we have reported this both to the court, the juvenile court here in Connecticut, who has done nothing except cover it up. We have told this to DCF personnel, namely Joelle Suroviak. She's a mandated reporter by law, just a baby. And she too has covered it up. This was also said in front of the children's court-appointed attorney, and she's also acted as their guardian ad litem. Her name is Valerie Alexander, and she too has done everything that she can to cover it up. As a matter of fact, she has motioned the court to hold us in contempt for speaking about these crimes that are occurring to our children and our families. And it's also you guys too, because the whole people of the United States of America are being defrauded. All of the actions that we're describing have been funded in part by the federal government and also in part by the taxpayers in the state of Connecticut. We have much documentation. Not right now, please, okay?
Shut it down.